Madison Rivera stood in the school cafeteria line, tray in hand, waiting patiently for the lunch lady to finish scooping mashed potatoes onto her plate. It was a Friday, just before the bell rang for fourth period, and the air buzzed with noise. Laughter, chatter, trays clattering. Normal. That is, until three boys walked up behind her and decided to turn her life into a nightmare. Without warning, one of them reached out and snapped her bra strap. Hard. The sharp pain shot through Madison's back, but it wasn't just the sting of the elastic. It was the sound. The shock. The eruption of laughter behind her. The humiliation. Everything slowed down. The cafeteria full of students, her classmates, her peers, suddenly felt like a stadium full of strangers, all staring. Some snickered. Others just watched. Frozen. Madison froze too. Her hands trembled around her tray. Her throat closed up. She wanted to scream, to shout, to fight, but her body betrayed her. She just stood there, paralyzed, as tears welled up in her eyes. The worst part? No teacher saw it. Madison was shy. Quiet. Kept her head down. She'd moved to Ridgewood High just 2 months earlier. New kid. No friends yet. Just her books, her headphones, and her dreams of someday becoming an artist. But dreams felt far away now. She didn't go back to class after lunch that day. Instead, she hid in a bathroom stall for the rest of the period, clutching her backpack to her chest, trying not to sob too loud. She didn't want anyone to hear. She didn't want anyone to know how badly it broke her. But someone did know. Lena Cho, a junior who'd been sitting near the vending machines, had seen the whole thing. She didn't laugh. She didn't look away. She didn't even hesitate. She recorded it. And later that night, she emailed it to the school board, the principal, and Madison herself, with the subject line. This is what girls go through at Ridgewood. What followed was nothing short of a storm. The video spread like wildfire across the school. Not on TikTok, not on Snap, Lena had made sure of that. Instead, she submitted it directly to the authorities. The video clearly showed the boys laughing after the act, showing no remorse. Even more damning, it caught the faces of 3 different staff members in the background, doing nothing. Parents found out. News stations got involved. Within 48 hours, the school was under investigation. The 3 boys, senior football players, local heroes in their own heads, were pulled from class and detained. And to the shock of nearly everyone, formal assault charges were filed. Because what happened to Madison wasn't boys being boys. It wasn't just a joke. It was sexual assault, captured in high definition. But the legal action wasn't the end. The real battle was inside Madison. For weeks after the incident, she couldn't sleep. Couldn't eat. She stopped drawing. Her parents offered support, therapy, and love, but she still felt like a ghost in her own skin. She questioned everything. Why her? Why didn't she scream? Why did the world only believe her after a video came out? But that was when something changed. Lena visited her. She didn't say much, just sat with her in the art room one afternoon and slid over a sketchbook. Inside was a pencil drawing, Madison, standing in the cafeteria, but instead of being surrounded by laughter, she was surrounded by flowers blooming, symbolizing strength. You're not weak, Lena said. You were never weak. From that moment on, Madison made a choice. She went back to therapy. She joined an art club. And a month later, she stood on stage at a school-wide assembly and told her story. Her voice trembled at first. The lights were too bright. But she looked into the sea of faces, students, teachers, administrators, and she didn't look away. I thought silence would protect me, she said. But silence is what lets them get away with it. The auditorium was silent. But this time, the silence listened. The bullies were found guilty and sentenced to juvenile detention. But Madison didn't follow their story after that. She was too busy building her own. A month after graduation, she launched a nonprofit with Lena called Snap Back, a youth-led organization that helps victims of school harassment speak up and seek justice. They partnered with lawyers, counselors, and even social media experts to build real tools for teens to protect themselves. Her first art exhibition. It was titled 6 Seconds. The girl who once hid in the bathroom stall became the girl who changed school policies across 3 districts. She didn't do it for revenge. She did it for every girl who ever froze. Whoever cried behind a locked door. Whoever thought they were alone. Because when they yanked her bra strap, they didn't break her. They woke her up. And the world hasn't stopped listening since.